is a secret that lives in the space between my heartbeats. A truth that sits beside me at my desk every single day. I look at him, and he sees right through me. My name is Chloe. At least, that is the name I wear now. It is a name like a shield, a disguise woven from city smoke and necessity. I live in a canyon of glass and steel, where the light is cold and the noise is a constant, humming prayer to ambition. And in this world of strangers, my boss is the man who once held my soul in his hands. He is my ex-husband, and he has no idea I know. My life is a small, quiet thing, a single room with white walls that hold my breath. The floor is worn brown wood that creaks only for me. It is a place for hiding, for a woman who has carefully rearranged her own reflection. I changed. My hair. I placed glasses before my eyes. I buried my past under a new name, all to escape the ghost of a girl named Sarah. A girl who believed in forever with a boy named William. Destiny has a cruel, exquisite sense of humor. Desperate and trembling, I walked into the shimmering tower of future tech for a job interview. My resume was a fiction, my courage a fragile shell. And then the door opened, and the air was stolen from my lungs. Time folded in on itself. There he stood, William. But not my William. This was a king in a suit of shadows and power, his eyes the same devastating blue, but etched with lines I did not know. He looked at me, and he saw only a stranger, a woman named Chloe, applying to be his secretary. The pain of that moment was a physical blow. He smiled a polite, empty smile and invited me in. I should have run. I should have vanished back into the city's anonymous embrace. But I was trapped by need, by a terrifying, flickering curiosity, by the memory of a love that never truly died. He hired me, and so began the exquisite torture. Every morning, I bring him coffee. Your coffee, Mr. William. Thank you, Chloe. He is a good man, a kind boss, but a lonely one. I watch him through the glass, a silhouette against the skyline, working himself into the ground. He carries a weight he cannot name. And I carry the truth on my tongue, a secret so heavy it aches. But then, I saw the emails. Every week, a missive to the entire company, signed with his powerful name. And beneath it, a whisper from another life. Quote, "Keep walking towards the sun. S. Miller." S. Miller. Sarah Miller. My name. My words. From a sun-drenched field a lifetime ago, spoken to a young man afraid of the future. He remembers. He has built an empire, and at the foundation of it all, he has cemented my words. He is calling out to a ghost, and the ghost is pouring his coffee. The universe forced a confession in the dark. A storm plunged the city into blackness, trapping us together in his silent office, illuminated only by the frantic dance of a single candle. The walls between us felt so thin. He confessed his hatred of the dark, an old fear I remembered so well. And then, he spoke of her. Of me. She was the only person who truly knew me. His voice was raw, stripped bare. I was young and stupid. I thought success was everything. I left her. I broke her heart. I sat in the shadows, my own heart shattering and reforming with every word. I have all this money now, but I am alone. I miss her every day. He spoke of searching for a Sarah Miller who had vanished from the earth. He spoke of the quotes in the emails, a message in a bottle tossed into a digital sea, hoping against hope she would see it. Maybe she will know I am thinking of her. A tear, hot and traitorous, traced a path down my cheek. In that moment, the love I had buried screamed to be set free. But the lights surged back on, and the moment shattered like glass. The mask of boss and employee snapped back into place, yet something had shifted in the atmosphere. A crack had appeared in our carefully constructed world. He asked me to go to Paris with him. Paris, the city of our youthful dreams. Now just a business trip. But I knew, I felt it in my bones. Paris would be the end of the lie. Under the soft, romantic glow of the City of Lights, the truth could no longer be contained. Over a candlelit dinner, wine softening the edges of our rolls, he looked at me with a strange intensity. You have her eyes. You have Sarah's eyes. That was the key turning in the lock. My hands trembled as I reached up and removed my glasses. I let my hair fall, the way I used to wear it. I looked at him, my soul laid bare, no barriers left. Look at me, William, I breathed. Really look at me. The recognition did not dawn slowly. It exploded across his face. His chair scraped violently against the floor. Sarah. It was a breath, a prayer, a question that held 10 years of longing. Yes, I said, the name feeling foreign and familiar on my lips. It's me. The world stopped. Confusion, shock, anguish, and a dawning, breathtaking hope warred in his beautiful, tired eyes. You were there? All this time, you were right there! He laughed, a broken, incredulous sound. I am a CEO, and I did not recognize my own heart. And then, he asked for forgiveness. He offered apologies that fell like rain after a decade of drought. My dream is nothing without you, he said, his voice thick with tears. He took my hand, his touch sending a shockwave through my entire being. Can we start over? Not as boss and employee, but as William and Sarah? He fired me with a smile that finally reached his eyes. You're fired, he said. Now you are just Sarah, my Sarah. And when he pulled me into his arms, it was the first time I had truly breathed in 10 years. We walked the Parisian streets not as strangers, but as two souls finding their way back to a familiar shore. The lost years stretched between us, filled with stories we slowly, tenderly shared. The loneliness, the struggles, the quiet triumphs. We were discovering each other anew with the profound, aching knowledge of what had been lost and what we had been given a miraculous second chance to reclaim. Back home, I left the corporate world behind. With his support, but with my own 2 hands, I built a small temple of life, a flower shop. He was right. Now I was a boss too. We dated slowly, deliberately, savoring each first for the second time it was. Then, 6 months later, an email arrived. not to an assistant, but to Sarah. Life is a journey. Sometimes we walk in the dark, but if we keep walking, we find the sun again. I found my son. Will you marry me again? It was signed with a new promise. Found the sun, W and S, together. I ran to him, my heart a wild bird in my chest. He was waiting, a ring catching the light, his eyes holding all the hope in the world. Is that a yes? My yes was a sob, a laugh, a song held captive for a decade finally released. We married in the spring, surrounded by blossoms and the gentle warmth of a sun we had finally walked into. Our vows were not promises of perfection, but of presence. I promise to never leave you again, he whispered, his tears mingling with mine. I promise to see you every single day. Now my life is a tapestry woven from both sorrow and sublime joy. Sometimes I visit his lofty office, and a new nervous assistant brings us coffee. I smile at her, seeing my own old fear in her eyes. William catches my gaze and winks, a secret language of love and gratitude passing between us in a glance. He still sends his company emails, and at the bottom, there is still a quote. It now reads, "Never give up on what you love." This is my story, a story of fear that almost stole a lifetime, and of a love so stubborn, it waited in the dark until the lights came back on. If you are carrying a secret that aches, if you are living a lie that crushes your spirit, remember this. The truth may be a terrifying door, but on the other side could be everything you ever dreamed of, waiting for you to finally come home. Keep walking, my friends. Even in the darkest storm, keep walking towards the sun. Your happy ending might be closer than you think. Perhaps just outside your office door, pouring a cup of coffee and praying for the courage to look up.